In today's lesson, we're going to talk about when should you sort and when should you convince and close your prospects. When should you be spending time? So know that this is a sorting business. We're not in a convincing business. It's like going through a deck of cards. You're looking for the ace. You're not wanting to change that, a seven of spades or three of hearts to try to convert it into the ace of spades. Okay? We are sorting. Because the reality is most of your prospects, I would say 95% of your prospects are not going to join or buy your products because they are not ready. The timing is not ready for them. All right? So when should you start the stove? That means you're not wasting time trying to be pushy, you're not wasting time trying to get them on three-way calls, trying to convince them. And by the way, there is a time. The reason I'm doing this, because there is a time where you got to do everything to get them to become a customer or be your business. You cannot let them go. Right? You kind of got them a hook, and you're not going to let them go. So that's the time where you have to close and convince. But when do you sort? So the sorting is initially, right? So if you reach out to prospects, in the initial invite, hey, I'm working with something exciting. This may or may not be for you. Would you be open to taking a look? And they say, no, I'm not interested. You're sorting. You move on. If they don't watch the video, if you send them the video, they don't watch it. You move on. If they say, is it network marketing? I don't want to ever do anything with network marketing. You move on, right? You're sorting. You're sorting, you're throwing that card out. If they say, I have no time right now to watch the video, you move on. If they say, I'm busy, I have no time, you move on. So the one rule is if you initially invite the person and they don't want to take a look, they don't want to go to a meeting, whatever, you move on. You don't want to be convincing, trying to waste your time convincing them, right? Because the timing is not right for them. Now, when do you spend your time to convince and close is after they watched a presentation. If they watch the presentation, especially if you've gone through a three-way call, and they start throwing objections out there, you should do everything you can. Again, use a three-way call, upline, do everything to get them in the business. That is when you want to convince them, all right? Because why do we do that? Because you have an awesome product. You have an awesome business. You have something, service, whatever you're doing, product, service, or business, you can change lives. And a lot of these people, they don't realize they need a push from you for them to make that because they're scared, right? But obviously they watch the presentation and they've expressed some interest. You got to go and close and convince them. Okay, now, if they ever watch the presentation and they totally like, this is not for me, now I would still dig a little deeper, find out why not. But I will sort. But if they watch the presentation, they're interested, you got to do everything to sign them up. You got to close them. All right, so that's the rule. When should you sort? When should you convince? If it's the initial invite, you sort them out and they don't want to watch it and they have to watch it, you sort, you move on. But if you watch the presentation, they've shown some interest, you got to do everything to convince them. You got to close them. Now, your action step is, you have prospects out there who haven't watched the video. You send out the video. How many of you have prospects like that? You send out the video. You haven't heard back from them. They haven't watched it, right? So after a while, they still haven't watched it. You just move on, right? It's something easy to say. It's like, hey, seems like you're busy and you haven't had a chance to watch the video. No worries. Okay, the time is not right for you. I'll catch up with you later. Okay? Seems like you're busy. You haven't had a chance to watch the videos. Don't worry about it. I know the time you're busy right now. I'll catch up with you later. You move on and you sort. Okay, the last thing you want to do is have some prospect lingering, bothering, or they haven't watched the video yet. You always want to get a yes or no, right? I have a saying, tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me fast because I got to go. Tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me fast because I got to go. Because you got to sort quickly, okay? So that's your action step. Someone that hasn't watched the video, get that no out of there. Okay, get that no, and I'll repeat that again. Hey, seems like you're busy and haven't had a chance to watch the video. Don't worry about it. I know you're busy. I'll catch up with you later. And you move on, and you put it in the pile with 3 months, 6 months from now, you can follow up and touch base with you again, all right? So anyway, that is when you should sort and when you should convince.